In 1999, Gemma Burford, an Oxford University graduate, embarked on a journey to Tanzania to work on a charity project. Little did she know that her visit to the East African nation would forever change her life. During her stay, she became immersed in the local culture and eventually crossed paths with a young Maasai warrior named Lesikar. Despite their vastly different upbringings, Gemma from a modern Western society and Lesikar from a traditional African community, the two formed an unlikely bond. As their connection deepened, Gemma and Lesikar faced numerous cultural and societal challenges. Marrying into the Maasai community, with its deep-rooted traditions and values, required significant adjustments for Gemma. She adopted many aspects of the Maasai way of life, including their dress, language, and customs. Her decision to embrace this new life earned her admiration within the community but also raised eyebrows among those back home in England. Gemma and Lesikar's love story was a testament to the power of understanding and compromise. They worked together to bridge the gap between their worlds, overcoming barriers of language, tradition, and expectation. Their marriage symbolized unity in diversity and inspired many others to appreciate cultural differences. Over the years, Gemma dedicated herself to supporting her new community. She worked on initiatives focused on education, healthcare, and women's empowerment in the region. At the same time, Lesikar adapted to aspects of Gemma's Western background, learning how to navigate the complexities of two cultures. Now, 21 years later, Gemma and Lesikar's marriage remains strong. They have built a life together that blends the best of both their worlds. They continue to serve as an example of resilience and love that transcends cultural boundaries. Together, they have raised children who embody the values of both the Maasai and Western traditions, providing them with a unique perspective on the world. The story of Gemma Burford and Lesikar, a Maasai warrior, is an extraordinary tale of love, cultural immersion, and perseverance. It began in 1999 when Gemma, a highly educated graduate from the University of Oxford, traveled to Tanzania for a charity project. Her intention was to contribute to the local community, but fate had other plans for her. While working in a remote village, she encountered Lesikar, a traditional Maasai warrior, and their meeting sparked a connection that transcended their vastly different worlds. A love that defied expectations. The Maasai are a semi-nomadic people known for their rich cultural heritage, including their vibrant attire, unique jewelry, and deeply rooted traditions. Lesikar embodied these traditions as a warrior and protector of his community. On the other hand, Gemma came from a Western background, where individualism and modernity often take center stage. Despite these differences, the two were drawn to each other. Their love story was met with skepticism from both sides. The Maasai community was initially hesitant about accepting Gemma, an outsider, while many in Gemma's social circle questioned her decision to marry someone from such a vastly different cultural and socio-economic background. However, the couple's unwavering commitment to each other eventually won over their critics. Bridging two worlds, Gemma immersed herself in the Maasai way of life, embracing their customs and traditions. She learned to speak Ma, the language of the Maasai, and adopted their style of dress. Her ability to adapt and respect their culture earned her the acceptance and respect of the community. At the same time, Lesikar took steps to understand Gemma's Western background. Together, they worked to bridge the cultural gap between their worlds. Their relationship became a testament to the power of compromise, understanding, and love. Challenges along the way. The couple faced numerous challenges, from cultural misunderstandings to societal pressures. Life in a rural Maasai village was a stark contrast to the comforts Gemma was accustomed to in England. Access to healthcare, education, and basic amenities was limited, and Gemma had to adjust to a life that revolved around communal living, cattle herding, and traditional practices. Additionally, Gemma's role as a wife in a patriarchal Maasai society required her to navigate new gender dynamics. Despite these challenges, she remained resilient and found ways to contribute meaningfully to her new community. Building a legacy over the past 2 decades, Gemma and Lesikar have built a life that combines the best of both worlds. They have worked together on projects aimed at improving the lives of the Maasai people. Gemma has been particularly passionate about education and women's empowerment, helping to create opportunities for girls and women in the community. The couple has also raised a family, with their children growing up in a unique environment that blends Maasai and Western influences. These children serve as a bridge between the two cultures, embodying the values of both traditions. Where they are now 21 years later, Gemma and Lessakar continue to inspire people with their story. They have shown that love can overcome even the most daunting barriers and that understanding and respect are key to building a successful partnership. Their journey has not only strengthened their bond but also brought positive change to their community. Gemma remains deeply involved in initiatives that promote sustainable development in Tanzania, while Lessakar continues to uphold the traditions of his people. Together, they have created a harmonious blend of two worlds, proving that cultural differences can be a source of strength rather than division. How it began. In the late 1990s, Gemma Burford, an Oxford University graduate, traveled to Tanzania as part of a charitable initiative focused on community development. While working in rural areas, she encountered the vibrant Maasai culture, a semi-nomadic community known for their unique traditions, including cattle herding, their distinct dress, and a warrior lifestyle. It was during this time that Gemma met Lessakar, a young Maasai warrior. Their initial connection was rooted in mutual curiosity. Gemma was fascinated by the traditions of the Maasai, while Lessakar was intrigued by her openness to learning and embracing his culture. Despite language barriers and the stark contrasts in their backgrounds, their bond quickly evolved into something deeper. Cultural challenges and adaptation. Marrying into the Maasai community was no small feat for Gemma. The Maasai live according to strict traditions and customs that dictate every aspect of life, from roles within the family to community decision-making. For Gemma, adapting to this new way of life required immense patience and humility. Gemma traded her Western attire for the brightly colored shukas, traditional Maasai garments, and adorned herself with intricate beaded jewelry, a hallmark of Maasai culture. She also learned Ma, the language of the Maasai, which helped her integrate into the community and build relationships with her new family. At the same time, Lessakar faced challenges of his own. Being married to a foreigner brought him under scrutiny from some members of his community, who questioned whether their union could last given the differences in culture and lifestyle. However, his unwavering commitment to Gemma and his openness to learning about her world helped him navigate these challenges. A life of purpose. Gemma and Lessakar's marriage became a bridge between two worlds. They not only built a home together but also dedicated themselves to improving the lives of those around them. Gemma worked tirelessly on initiatives focused on education, healthcare, and sustainable development within the Maasai community. She advocated for women's empowerment, helping to create opportunities for girls who traditionally had limited access to education. Lessakar, too, played a crucial role in these efforts, serving as a mediator between the community and external organizations. His understanding of Maasai traditions and values allowed him to ensure that development projects were respectful of and aligned with the community's needs. Raising a multicultural family. Gemma and Lessakar's children grew up straddling two worlds, one steeped in Maasai traditions and the other shaped by Western ideals. This unique upbringing gave them a broader perspective on life and an appreciation for the richness of cultural diversity. Their children were taught the importance of their Maasai heritage, including the value of community, respect for elders, and living in harmony with nature. At the same time, they were exposed to modern education and opportunities, enabling them to pursue paths that combine the strengths of both worlds. Lessons in resilience. Their journey was not without hardships. Life in rural Tanzania came with its share of challenges, including limited access to healthcare, clean water, and modern conveniences. Gemma faced moments of homesickness and isolation, while Lessakar had to navigate the complexities of merging his traditional way of life with a modern outlook. However, their shared commitment to one another and their community kept them grounded. They found strength in their partnership and used their experiences to inspire others to embrace cultural differences. Life today. 21 years later, Gemma and Lessakar continue to thrive as a couple and as community leaders. They have become role models, demonstrating that love and mutual respect can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Their story is celebrated not just within the Maasai community but also among those who have heard of their journey worldwide. Gemma remains actively involved in social and environmental initiatives in Tanzania, focusing on empowering women and promoting sustainable practices. Lesekar continues to play a vital role in preserving Maasai traditions while supporting progressive changes that benefit the community. Together, they have shown that it is possible to honor the past while embracing the future. A lesson that resonates deeply in a world that is increasingly interconnected yet often divided. Gemma Burford and Lesekar's children are a vital part of their story, symbolizing the union of two vastly different cultures. Growing up in a household that blends Maasai traditions and Western ideals, the children's lives are a remarkable example of cultural hybridity. A unique upbringing. The children were raised with deep respect for their Maasai heritage while also having access to modern education and global perspectives. Their upbringing balanced the rich traditions of the Maasai with exposure to ideas and practices from the Western world, thanks to their mother's influence. This dual cultural environment instilled in them a sense of pride in their identity and an appreciation for diversity. Connection to Maasai roots. From a young age, the children were taught the importance of community, respect for elders, and the Maasai way of life. They participated in traditional ceremonies, learned about cattle herding, a cornerstone of Maasai culture, and were exposed to stories and teachings passed down through generations. Western education. Gemma ensured that her children received formal education, giving them access to opportunities beyond their immediate environment. This allowed them to explore subjects like science, technology, and global history while still remaining rooted in their heritage. The challenges of a dual identity. Growing up as children of two worlds came with its own set of challenges. On one hand, they were deeply connected to their Maasai identity, but on the other, they had to navigate the expectations of a westernized education in the outside world. In some cases, the children faced questions from both sides. From the Maasai community, they were seen as different due to their Western ties. From the external world, they were sometimes asked to explain or reconcile their traditional upbringing. Despite these challenges, Gemma and Lesekar worked hard to ensure that their children embraced their unique identity rather than seeing it as a source of conflict. They taught them that their dual heritage was a strength, giving them the tools to navigate and succeed in a multicultural world. Empowered by education and heritage. By blending the values of both cultures, the children were equipped with the best of both worlds. Cultural knowledge. They learned about Maasai customs, including the importance of oral storytelling, music, and dance in preserving their history. Modern skills. They received a strong education, enabling them to dream big and pursue careers that might not have been possible within the traditional Maasai framework alone. Gemma and Lesekar often encouraged their children to take pride in being bridges between cultures, helping them understand the importance of their role in promoting unity and understanding. The future of the family. Now grown, the children are likely involved in continuing the legacy of their parents. Whether through pursuing higher education, working on community development projects, or advocating for cultural preservation, they are well positioned to make a significant impact. Their lives are a reflection of their parents' love story, a testament to the power of embracing differences and building a harmonious life across cultures. By carrying forward the values instilled in them, they continue to honor both the Maasai traditions and their mother's vision for a better world.